To perform a forehand smash, we will first need to go over the forehand grip. The forehand grip allows players to activate forearm, bicep, and tricep for more power when compared to backhand grips, which is primarily your wrist, your tricep, and other muscle groups. Forehand grips are primarily used for offensive tactics such as forehand smash. You can use forehand smash when the opponent returns the ball very high. When there's a high ball, it takes more time for the ball to hit the table, so it gives you more time to activate muscle groups to apply more force. Having more time allows you to draw your racket back to activate your hip, torso, and your quads to increase the time needed for your body to accelerate. When increasing the time of acceleration while hitting the ball, your resulting net force applied to the ball will be greater, and the ball will travel further and faster when hitting the opponent's side of the table, giving you a better chance to score a point.
A heavy side spin pendulum serve is one of many serves in table tennis. In order to perform a perfect heavy side spin pendulum serve, one would have to understand the mechanics behind the action. A good pendulum serve depends on the correct timing and movement from your wrist to maximize the contact time and work done on the ball such that the spin is well. Spin is generated during the period of contact, the period of time the ball spends on the rubber. Since the force is applied at a distance from the ball's axis of rotation, it generates a torque on the ball, thus creating an angular acceleration. Therefore, the longer the contact time, the longer such torque exists on the ball, and the higher the ball's angular velocity. This is beneficial because it makes the ball more stable while traveling in the air, allowing for a greater degree of control. It is also harder for the opponent to play a ball that has a lot of spin to it, because it is hard to extrapolate the position of the ball and get ready to return it.
Top is a defensive shot that depends on the variation of spin to force an error from the opponent. This tactic works so well that some people use chop as a main strategy to win. It's tricky to get because the magnitude of spin varies. To make a ball with backspin, a player angles his racket back and slices underneath the ball when hitting it. This type of shot is called a slice. There is a torque about the center of the ball that causes the ball to rotate with a backward spin during its flight. Underspin is characterized by the tangential velocity of the top of the ball pointing in the opposite direction as the trajectory of the ball. When hitting the ball normally, the ball falls towards the table greatly despite the normal hit angle. The correct way to return a downspin ball is to chop it back. The forehand flick is a deadly tactic that hits the ball very close to the net. This makes it so that the reaction time for opponents are almost halved from the decreased trajectory of the ball. Because this motion is like pushing the ball, not much spin are added to it, therefore not a lot of circle motion. The paddle is held in a position so that the rubber can have a flat hit on the ball, and with enough forward force, the spin is negated, which creates an exceptionally fast shot. It's hard to return a flick because the reaction time are too short, and often flick is meant for a kill move to score a point on the opponent. To perform a backhand loop, the player draws his racket back and using the forearm and tricep, the player pushes the racket outward like throwing a frisbee. The backhand loop generates great topspin with the upward motion with the forearm and tricep. To make a topspin, the racket slides forward on the ball when hitting it. It exerts a torque about the center of the ball that causes the ball to rotate with a forward spin. When a ball with topspin bounces on the table, it accelerates the ball forward, therefore making it hard for the opponent to extrapolate the motion of a ball, causing them to miss. However, the backhand loop is usually weaker than other moves such as forehand loop and others because it uses less muscle groups to exert force on the ball.